the sporterized 30-40 Krag rifle. This is another 1898 rifle. This particular one, I believe, was manufactured, hold on a second. Yes, from the serial numbers. There is a website where you can just go type in your serial number and it'll give you the year of manufacture. This gun was originally manufactured in 1898. And it's been sporterized. Now, after World War I, a lot of these rifles were sold on the surplus market. The Army was getting rid of the old guns. This was a rifle, and how I can tell is when I went into the buttstock here, it's drilled for three-piece cleaning rod, which means it was a rifle at one time. So this was cut down. Now these were cut down, and you'll find them. I've seen this type of a conversion before. What this has all been reblued and redone. This is actually an excellent job. The original rear sight was kept, and they cut the barrel down, turned it, and put a, I believe it's a Springfield 03 or 06 sight on there. It goes on the Springfield bolt-action rifle. Now some of these conversions like this were done by the government and sold. And a lot of these conversions were done by private surplus arms dealers. And this gun was basically just cut down, had a new type of sight put on. They retained the old sight. This is the 1901 rear sight. This is kind of unusual. I think I had older versions. I had a few of these before, and I really never seen a sight like this. This is the 01. As compared to the 02, and I have the other Springfield that isn't cut down. We can do side by side. This is adjustable for windage also and your elevation. And basically it's just like all the rest of the Krags. This one here also has a magazine cutoff, the safety, everything works the same. The magazine's the same, same gun. Now, you'll find these, and like I said, this was a common conversion by putting that other sight on there once the barrel was cut. You can find them sporterized with all kinds of wild stuff, from custom stocks, where they would not retain this military type stuff and put a sporterized stock on there. It looks more like a commercial rifle, and they would change the sights. They probably drill and tap the barrel and place, marble sights or whatever on there. So this one still kind of keeps its military look, being cut down, though it's not a carbine, because if this was an original carbine, on this sight would be marked C. They changed the graduation for the short barrel. So this rear sight, this is another thing. If someone's trying to tell you this is a carbine made by the government, this rear sight should have C's on it. And also, an original carbine would not have that Springfield type of sight. It would have this sight like over here on this, which is that ramp that is soldered on. It would have a sight similar to that, the front sight, which is not, a different model sight. Okay, here we go side by side. And like I said, they basically kept the military configuration on this conversion, or the sporterization. Now there's the difference in the two sights, 1901 and 1902. And then you'll find these variations on different rifles. And like the Springfield trapdoors, this gun was made in 1898, but probably was in service and upgraded to a 1901 sight. You may even find older guns that are upgraded to the 1902 sight. Okay, so the Army would also, change things over and that. And then once they release the surplus and all the spare parts are sold, anything can go. The U.S. did not serial number each and every single individual part like a lot of foreign countries did. So a lot of our guns, if somebody swapped things around and that, you can't tell, you know. That's the sad part about it. See, and this one here, like I said, the stock cartouche is gone. Okay, this stock's been redone nice. This gun's probably been reblued and looks real nice, and it has pretty good bore on it. Now, there were a bunch of these guns that look identical to this one, called the NRA model. I guess the government did, during the Depression, convert some of these and sell them to members of the NRA. But the only way to prove the government conversion from a surplus arms dealer would be to have the original receipt. But I believe they look like this little carbine. I mean, I had the opportunity to buy other sporterized guns that were quite different, but this still keeps the military look, and that's why I got it. It'll probably be fun to shoot. So there's a look at a sporterized version of the 3040 Krag.